Hi, I'm Steve, the introverted traveler. I've made it my mission in life to explore the beaches, deserts, mountains, and even cityscapes around us, and to do so while avoiding contact with as many people as possible. And although I will never hang out with you for any reason, I do invite you to join me on my journey. Come and see the world through the eyes of an extreme introvert. On this edition, we are in Northern Oregon and on our way to Tamanawas Falls in the Mount Hood National Forest. Along the way, we will stomp over snowy landscapes, journey through winter forests, and take in the beauty of a frozen waterfall. All this and much more on this Introverted Travels. Greetings, and I'm back yet again on yet another adventure. I have tried to film this opening like 2,000 times, so I'm going to make this as fast as possible. Today, I'm out in the middle of the Mount Hood area, going at the moment to, I think it's Tamanawas Falls, but I'll put the proper name on the title card because I think I just completely and totally butchered that. But that's not the important part. It's not important that, according to all trails, this is a little over a 3-mile hike and it's an easy, family-friendly hike. Now, that is the important part. Why? Because easy and family-friendly means there's people everywhere. I mean, seriously, I'm right next to the highway. It's easy to get here, and there's a waterfall not too far from the trailhead. That is, in mathematical terms, an equation of awfulness. I mean, I've been standing here for like 10 minutes and I've already seen probably 3,000 people. I mean, they're falling from the sky. They're coming right. They're coming left. They're coming from there. They're coming from here. They are literally tunneling through the snow, ripping out of the ground, standing in front of me, smiling and saying, "Hello, good morning. My name is, how are you?" So yeah, needless to say, it's an utter hell, which means that I am on introvert red alert, and which means that I have to wrap this up because they're coming. Not only that, but they're everywhere already. So yeah, you know where I am, you know how long the hike is, you know that there's people everywhere, and I'll just throw this in because it's part of the formula for every single video. All trail sucks. I don't have any particular reason at the moment why all trail sucks, but all trails just sucks. It's like a law of physics. It just is. So we'll just assume that all trail sucks, and I'll just tell you, all trail sucks. But yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way.
So, as usual, I'm in the middle of the forest, but you might notice that
I've spiced it up a little bit and added just a tiny bit of ice and snow. And
look, there's metal things on my feet.
Mostly so I won't slip, fall, and break a hip at my advanced age. But none of that's important. Me breaking a hip, not important. Me being old, not important. Me slipping, falling into the river and dying, also not important. Because there's people everywhere, and if I stand here any longer, they're gonna come over, socialize, and that's gonna cause my heart to explode, and I'm gonna die anyway. So, let's get going. We're gonna go to this waterfall where we're gonna see probably 1,001 people standing around the waterfall. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna run into the woods, I'm gonna get lost in the snow, and I'm probably gonna get eaten by a Yeti. But hey, that's the circle of life, and I gotta go before more people come. So, yeah, let's go journey through the snow, let's go journey through the ice, and let's try to do it as quickly and quietly as we can.
What you are seeing before you is not an illusion. It literally is a living, walking nightmare.
I mean, so far, this entire hike has been a living, walking nightmare. So, of course, I'm going to show you people walking down the valley, in case you couldn't see them in the GoPro. There's a bunch of people walking in the valley down below me. But seriously, this hike has so far been an absolute horror show. Not only are there people crawling all over this trail like maggots on a corpse, get that mental image in your head for you, but
The first mile or so is along the highway.
so not only do I get to see humans stomping through the snow,
I get to see humans driving by the snow in their planet-killing machines, going 100 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone and slipping, sliding on ice.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I come out to the forest for. But yeah, so far, I mean,
I'm in ice, I'm in snow.
but I feel like I am in hell. I mean, I think we've talked about this before. Maybe hell really is cold. Maybe it's totally against all the stereotypes and it is frozen. And in which case, I'm dead and I'm in hell. Every time I get passed by a person, that's another form of punishment for one of my sins. I don't know. I have so many of them, I've lost track. But I hear more people down there. They're everywhere. There's demons all over the place.
There's hell snow.
Not hellfire, it's hell snow. And yeah, this is so far completely miserable. This is what I get when I go to a waterfall that's right next to the trailhead. Okay, there's more demons coming, so let's go. Yep, I just saw a family stomping through the snow. Parents and a child. Hell is here. This is literally hell. Hell is a snowy landscape. It's not flames. No, I now know because there was a family here. Hell is a frozen tundra near Mount Hood in Oregon. I'm in hell. I mean, I've been there many times before, but today I'm totally there again. So I have figured out that there's absolutely no way for me to get lost out here, because check this out.
Yellow trail markers.
There are so many dogs out here that literally about every quarter of a mile there's a nice little leaving. So really, the dog kind is showing me the way. It realizes that I'm on the verge of running into the forest and screaming because of the number of people that are out here, and they're leaving me the ability to get back. It's not humans that are going to save me. It's not humans that are going to save humans. It's all of dog kind. So
Yeah, they're leaving me little markers along the trail.
they're telling me, follow my urine, this is the way home, or in this case, follow my urine, this is the way to the waterfall, and then follow my urine back, it's the way home. The dogs are protecting us. And, you know, without the dogs out here, I'd already be totally insane, because it's nothing but people. But the one beacon of hope
is the yellow stain on walls.
Always trust in canines to guide you back to safety, or at least in this case away from the people, because there's more of them coming. So let's go follow the urine and let's go. Well, apparently I'm experiencing meander through the woods, snow edition. I mean, every single hike I'm meandering through the woods, but at least I put a bunch of ice on it this time. Spiced it up, put a little variety in it for a change. But I tell you, I freaking hate snow.
There's a reason you don't see me in snow that often.
It's cold, it's icy, it's miserable. And here in Oregon, it literally acts as a people beacon. I thought it would work to keep people away, but no, they're like, ooh, shiny, and they're all out here dancing in it. So, yeah, it's just wonderful. My ears are cold, my body's cold, and I'm wearing hard metal spikes on my feet. And there's people coming. Nothing good ever happens when hard metal spikes and people are combined together on a hiking trail. So yeah, I guess I'll keep going, but yeah, I'm not exactly a happy introvert today, and I'm cold.
So I'm just about to the waterfall and check. There's literally lines of people headed in that direction.
And it's a cold, miserable day. I mean, it's sunny, but I'm out in the middle of nowhere, out on the side of a gigantic frozen volcano, out here in the Arctic tundra, and there's tons of people.
I mean, look at that. It's like,
it's snow Disneyland. And I've been on an introverted standoff with that family I passed towards the beginning of the hike, because they'll stop and the little child will start digging through the snow, and the mom will look at the dad and she'll be like, "Ah, we forgot birth control 5 years ago, so we have to tolerate this." And I'm like, I don't. So of course I pass them, and then I stop to take a shot or something, and then they come up and they pass me, and then I pass them and they pass me, and my sanity is slowly dripping out into the snow and making its way down to the creek. I think I've leaked out about 90% of my sanity because it's just about on the edge.
but yeah, these giant throngs of people in front of me.
That's not helping. So yeah,
I'm gonna go quickly get this done. I'm gonna go take some shots of the waterfall. I'm gonna go ooh, I'm gonna go ah, and then I'm gonna take some shots of the giant crowds, and I'm gonna go
and then I'm gonna come back here and get the hell out. And actually,
there's an alternative way back. I see footprints.
I might take that because
There be people.
lots and lots of freaking people. Too many damn people. I mean,
Literally, what's in front of me right there?
is the definition of too many damn people. Okay, there's like 1,000 people here, but I'm the only one with a GoPro.
Well, there it is. Further away from the hordes than before, but absolutely beautiful.
I think it's the only time I've ever brought you anything with giant icicles on it. But this is what I was doing today. This is what I was hiking to. And this was also apparently what the entire population of Portland was hiking to, because they're all out here.
But look at this. The forest is beautiful. The surrounding mountains are beautiful. The scary ass giant waterfall with very sharp icicles is beautiful.
The only ugly out here is humankind, not just me. I mean, I'm sure I'm contributing, but humankind in general. So I'm headed back. I may take a different route back that doesn't involve 100,000 people from the Portland area. But yeah.
I can't remember how to pronounce the name of that waterfall, but there it is in all its glory. There's too many damn people from Portland out here falls.
We'll just use that as a quick and easy nickname, okay? So more people coming. Horror, awful, terrible. Let's go. All right, so this is an alternative way back. I'm seeing footprints in the snow. It's not nearly as
Carved out as this trail is.
but when you've got like 1,000 people marching over this trail every minute and a half, it tends to make it look
Like an actual trail. So I'm going to attempt this way.
I might fail horribly and I might have to double back, but the good thing about trying this trail, no people. So I'm literally going into an icy hellscape where I could very well die. You know, let's face it, I could die on dry land. I'm going to die in snow just to avoid the freaking herds. This is how intolerable all the rest of you are. I mean, I'm fine, but the rest of you, oh. So yeah,
Let's go into the wilderness and see if we can survive the snow apocalypse.
Well, apparently I've chosen the death trail. There are footprints and there's a trail to follow here, but it looks like these footprints are frozen over and probably weeks old. So I may be the only person on this trail, which I'm the only person on this trail. I mean, yeah, it's a death trail, but did you not hear me? I'm the only person on this trail. Wow. And actually, it hasn't been too bad.
The snow is hard, it's crusty. I'm falling through a little bit, but I'm able to navigate it.
And the bonus, I am the only one on this trail. I mean, yeah, it's dangerous, but it is actually an official trail on all trails. So I have a map. I know where I am. I'm just not by the giant hordes of people talking and socializing and bringing their children into the wilderness. Now
that I phrased it that way,
I'm on the death trail and I'm happy. So, death trail, I choose you. So apparently I spoke a little too soon because I just saw 2 people. But in this particular case, a couple of things. First of all, that's only 2 people, not the 200,000 people that were on the other part of the trail. And
they told me that there's absolutely nothing's wrong with this trail. It's fine. It's clear all the way back to the trailhead.
so there you go. Not only are there only a couple of people on this trail, I mean, yes, there's a couple of people, and that's a couple of people way too many, but
it's not the hell trail that I took into the waterfall. And it's clear.
I can get back to my car without dying. So there you go. Not only did I get away from people, but I also get away from death. In introverted hiking, that is what I call a win-win situation. No people, no death. You can't do any better than that unless you find like D.B. Cooper's cash falling from a tree or something. But pending that, no people, no death, that's a good Sunday afternoon. So I've had a lot of people over the past year tell me how dangerous the woods are and how there's cougar and bear and blah, 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 and how you're always supposed to make noise in the woods. Of course, I totally disagree with that because the odds of getting killed by a cougar or a bear, well, why don't you just go play the lottery? I mean, you're more likely to win the jackpot than get eaten by a cougar or a bear. I don't even remember how many bear-related deaths there are in a year, but it's something like 40 worldwide. There is no major danger from a cougar or a bear. I mean, yes, don't go up with a stick and go poke, but pending stupidity like that, I think you're going to be pretty safe. But what I will tell you, the whole reason I started this video before I got off on the poke a bear with a stick tangent was I don't think I could be any louder, and I'm not trying to be loud, but listen to this. Crunch. I mean, seriously, all of the woods, my micro spikes are jingling, my feet are crunch, crunch, crunch.
I mean, this is pure ice. This isn't even snow out here. This is like...
Well, it's frozen snow. So yeah, it is snow, but it's frozen snow. So it's snow with a side of frozen. But yeah, I'm not worried about cougars and bears. I mean, I'm worried about cougars and bears anyways, because all of you people are paranoid idiots and you need to actually leave the city and go live in the country for a couple of years and realize animals don't like you any more than I do. But yeah, I'm crunching my way through the forest today, and I am
100% so much happier where I am right now
than at that hell trail that I took into the waterfall. I mean,
look at this. I am all alone in the spooky, crunchy woods.
And it's glorious. So yeah, I'm gonna go crunch in this direction, but I'm actually happy for a change. I mean, how many videos do you have of me actually being happy? I think there's more videos of Bigfoots than there are of me being happy. I mean, maybe that's the true cryptid, a happy introvert. Scary. Okay, because I'm so proud of myself doing a completely like feral snowy trail that I've decided I am an expert. I'm not really an expert, but just humor me for a second, because one of the things that I read in my preparation, actually I read it like a long time ago, because I've been chicken and hesitating to come out in the snow for like a couple of years now. But one of the things I read is navigating trails like this particular case, there's footprints everywhere and you can kind of see the body of the trail. But things to look for right there. I'm not getting any closer because my ass is going to go tumbling, but you see how that log is cut right there, and there's another log cut, and there's another log cut, and there's a cut log back there. It shows you that they've been grooming away from something, which is the trail. So they've been cutting logs on the side of the trail and moving stuff off. So if you see the logs that have been chainsawed, either you're in a lumber yard or you're on the right path. Maybe. I mean, don't take my word for it. It's like the first time I've done this, and I'm an idiot anyway. I am seriously surprised I've survived this long. But yeah, I'm seeing cut logs, and of course I'm seeing footprints. So I think we've identified the trail. And now that I've identified the trail, I'm gonna go use the trail, because although I am in the snowy, spooky, probably cougar-infested woods with no people, it's cold out here, and I want to get back to my car, and I want to get into my car, and I want to live the complaint another day. So let's go live the complaint. Crunch, 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 crack. I have once again met with civilization, aka the highway. So I'm headed actually now, well, I'm headed in that general direction, skirting the highway, and headed back to whence I came. So this is the only part I haven't done yet. I just have to go this little extra bit, and then I'm back into the world of people. But hey, at least I didn't die in a snowy wilderness. I mean, I actually way prefer the snowy wilderness than the hellscape, people-filled assholeville that I'm headed into. But unfortunately, I mean, this isn't exactly the greatest hike because it's literally along the main highway. But you know what? I'm not getting bombarded every 3 seconds with people saying hello or staring at me, or, and heaven help me, people's children coming by me and playing in the snow going, ooh, ooh, ooh. No, it's just me, the scary woods, the snowy hellscape, and the loud-ass road. Well, at least the loud-ass road isn't a birth control mistake that's playing in the snow in front of me, so I'm okay with the loud-ass road. I can tune it out. But this is my way back to my car, and my way back to my ability to go to my house and stay in my office for the rest of the week and say nothing to anybody, because why the hell would I go outside? I mean, there's people out there. All right, so according to All Trails, I have like 3 miles left. But in reality, when I actually look at the map, I am just about to meet up with the parts of the trail that I did earlier. So, All Trails is a dirty, dirty liar, and this gives more evidence and gives me a solid foundation to say, All Trails sucks. But since I'm almost back to the people trail, I'm gonna go ahead and do our trail rating now. Now you notice that I'm not moving. It's because I'm in a very dark forest and I've happened to find a little patch of light. But whenever the GoPro gets just a little shady, it goes wah, 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 and I lose stability and it looks like crap. So instead of that, I'm just gonna go ahead and really quickly, for me, do our trail rating. Remember, we rate trails on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being introvert hell, which is Disneyland on the 4th of July. And that's when there's no snow at all in the park, but there's lots and lots of creepy people in mascot costumes. And they've all contracted a very rare form of rabies. And they're running around the park, they're biting the tourists. And that rabies is then making the tourists buy $50 boxes of popcorn and $5,000 churros. I guess they lowered the cost of churros in Disneyland now, because $5,000 for a churro in Disneyland is a steal. But there's noise, there's explosions, there's people screaming, there's children screaming, and there's churros flying everywhere. And that is introvert hell, and that's a 1 on our scale. A 10 on our scale is
much like this, a snowy landscape.
But in this case, it would be in the middle of Antarctica with just you, nobody around, except for a trained, genetically engineered, sentient herd of killer penguins. I guess the technical term is flock, but when you have as many killer penguins as you have in this scenario, it's a herd. There's nobody around, and if anybody comes near you, you're their leader, but if anybody else who's human comes near you, they will attack and they will devour. So that's introvert heaven, because there's nobody around and you've got a trained army of flesh-eating penguins to deal with the problem if it does come around. So introvert nirvana to me, and that's a 10. Well, that's 5 fingers, but imagine I do that twice. That's a 10 on our scale. So on that incredibly convoluted and weird ass scale, this trail I'm gonna put at a 2, maybe a 3, but don't ask me to add any more fingers, because there's too many damn people in the first part. Now, what I will say, we all know that I'm going to whine and bitch and moan about the fact that the first part of the trail was nothing but people. Up to the waterfall, it was nothing but people. People there, people here, screaming, children, awful. We all know the story because you just watched the video. I will say that it gets a little bit of a boost because this second half of the trail, once I got away from the people, has been heaven. I only saw 2 hikers. And again, too many hikers, but just 2 hikers in the entire time I've been on this trail. I've almost died like 50 times because I keep falling through the snow. There's ledges, there's all sorts of stuff like that, but near death is still better than near people. So I'm gonna bump it up to about a 3 because I have enjoyed this part of the trail, but unfortunately, it is what it is. It's Mount Hood, and Portland has just opened up their gates and they're flooding their people into the wilderness, because who the hell wants to spend any more time in Portland than you have to? So that's where we are on the trail rating. The misery index on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being complete fiction, and that's no misery whatsoever. And as you should know, just having watched this video, I'm always miserable to one degree or another. There's always misery within me. And of course, a 5 being the worst possible misery ever. But as I say every time, I smash that scale constantly because people get under my skin and they needle into my heart and into my brain and into my soul, and they just push and push and push just by merely existing. I mean, people existing is exhausting. So today, the scale has once again broken, and when I was around the people, it was at 5 quadrillion, billion, whatever the math is on that one. Now, however, I'm out in the middle of,
well, I'm next to the road, so I'm near civilization, but I'm out
on an icy death trail, and apparently I really enjoy icy death trails. So right now I'm at about a 2.5, but I'm headed back to hell, so the scale's gonna bust again in a minute. But that's where I am in the trail rating. That's where we are today on the misery index. And there's nothing else to say. I'm tired. This has been a harder hike than I thought it was going to be, because it's icy death trails are easy trails to hike. There's ice and there's death and there's falling through the ice and there's falling to your death. And trying to navigate that and get away from the death part, it's tiring. So yeah, I'm going to head on back, but that's where we are on our scales today. So
let's try not to die.
and let's try not to talk to any more people for the rest of the day. So let's go. Note to self, don't step on your left foot with your right foot when you're wearing micro spikes. It's spiky. Ow! So, I'm not exactly sure how many miles or half miles or what I've got back to the trailhead and thus back to my car, but I'm close because I'm now traversing over where I started. So, there's people everywhere and it's getting cold. So, my fuse is short, I'm freezing, and I'm ready to go back to my car, get into my car, and go home. So, I think it is time for us to say our goodbyes. Before that though, let's do a quick recap. Now, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the waterfall. I think it's Tamanawas or something like that. I guess I did try to pronounce it. But we went to that waterfall here in the Mount Hood wilderness. Along the way we got to see snow, we got to see ice, we got to hear crunching, and unfortunately we also got to hear talking because there were people everywhere, at least along the initial stretch of trail. But on the way back, we got to hear, because there was no one out there. Just beautiful forest, beautiful silence, and beautiful icy death. But alas, I'm just about away from the icy death. I've escaped death for yet another week. And it's time for us to say our goodbyes. So you know what's coming. Stay introverted, everyone. And of course, I'll see you in the next adventure.